Oh, hello there, Site-42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. Good afternoon from today's Dr. Sherman's Office Hours, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. That's right. The first and most important thing I'm telling you today is that we are going long today. I was supposed to do a coffee break, a short little hour, but I've had a test scheduled. One of my D class from an earlier test did not make it. Sometimes we reuse them. They do several tests a day. And, just went in the room with SCP-3008, the red knife, and I haven't heard anything. I don't know what's going on over there. What's going on over where? Huh. Why is my schedule weird today? I don't normally have a hole in my schedule like this, but fine. I will do what I do best, which is keep my office door open for you guys in the meantime, so that you can have questions answered about the SCP Foundation that we all so gratefully work for. Whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff that does excellent job containing those anomalies most of the time, the groups of interest who get really salty about the whole containing thing. I mean, they're just so salty. And then, of course, hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that are outside of the SCP Foundation's purview. Maybe it's because they're from a different multiverse or a pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. I am here for the next 1 hour and 45 minutes to answer your questions, which means it's an office hours. If it's past 90 minutes, it's an office hours, not a coffee break. So we did it, y'all. A little bit of a longer stream today. But before I dive into everything, I have a little bit of housekeeping around the site to do. First of all, Just Alice, congratulations on being our first chatter of the day. Just Alice of the YouTube channel of fame of the SCP animated series Anomaly, in case you haven't heard of it. That's a non-sponsor that we've got to talk about today. We will have some others soon. And so if you want to check out the Anomaly animated series, Just Alice is a good place to visit. Meanwhile, Director Ethan, Amber Chaos, Trey, Senior Researcher Alex, Mr. Scum, Rat, Researcher Voidell, Person of Interest End, Elky, Silent Follower, Dr. Dyshern, Chris the Direwolf Boy, Senior Researcher Frogman, Dark Duality, Chess to Factory, Dr. Gullivan. All of you I just named, thank you for being here so punctually, and thank you for being members of Site-42's YouTube channel. Meanwhile, Avari, Dr. Watson, Dr. Puppeteer, Dr. Singer, Tallest Purple, and Named Unknown, thank you guys for being here in the chat, just for being you. Where's the desk at? No clue, unfortunately. The desk is out there in the ether. We are waiting to see where that mahogany mad lad showed up. So, wait your time, I'm sure desk will wander in eventually. In the meantime, good afternoon, everybody. Today's main subject matter is going back to something we had before my quarantine era, which is talking about the hypothetical video game SCP Marvel Rivals. Because I've got a whole document of ideas for characters and levels for that, and we haven't talked about it in a little while, and I want to come back to that. I think that'll be fun. But first and foremost, let me tell you this. One of the reasons we're doing this today is because thanks to a unofficial sponsor, and by unofficial sponsor, I mean we're not sponsored by them at all, but It's an SCP project, and I'm going to hype it because that's what I do here. We manifested a video game. Site-42, I'm calling it now, we manifested a video game. And I talked about it earlier, but I'm going to talk about it again because we need to keep the hype train running. Let me pause this background music so I can show you this awesome thing. The CEO of Misfit Village, creators of the SCP video game Go Home Annie, was doodling in his dev kit and decided to mock up a game idea I've had for years. A game idea I've wanted to exist and just have not had the resources, because if Site-42 is going to get big enough to make video games or like actual SCP movies, let's not kid ourselves. We need to be like Markiplier big. We need unfathomable amounts of money, as he puts it. We need 36 million followers, not 1 million followers. So we're on our way. We're not there yet, but Site-42, we're getting there. And we have the will. That means we have the way. But that doesn't mean we can't manifest things outside of our realm. You see, I can't make this game yet, but now it's happening. And if it's happening, we're going to freaking hype it so they keep hyping it. This is the CEO of Misfit Village's mock-up for a SCP version of Fallout Shelter, a legit site director simulator where you can go down and see the firing range for the agents. You can see 049, the Plague Doctor, here. You can come through the facility. You can contain anomalies. You can contain breaches. You can pick your resources and your teams. Here's the laboratory. Here is the alarm because it's a 939. I don't know what's breached right now. I don't see anything breached. I don't like whatever that thing is next to 939. That's a 427-1. Don't like it. Looks gross. 1507, the Flamingo. They're adorable when they're not stabbing you. Radical Larry in the flesh or in the barbecue sauce. Oh, it looks like, hold on. Go back. I think that's who breached. Look at who's in there. That does not look like it should be in that office. I think that is our breach alarm. So, you go through all of the different rooms. You would be able to add levels to your sub-basement. You would be able to add rooms and containment cells, and you would lock these things up. The Clockworks is a cool anomaly to have in there. That's a neat one to have mocked up. And so this is this developer's mock-up, not a demo, a mock-up of a hypothetical Fallout Shelter version SCP game. And I'm saying yes. Yes, please, I want it. And so, Misfit Village has a Discord server. And if you go to Go Home Annie, if you look up their socials, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. But they have a Discord server. They have Reddit. They're on, I think, our SCP. They posted about this. And they posted about it on Twitter, which is where Desk and I found it. And so on the Twitter is where we are sharing it, because that's where we have the power to share it. And if you want to help us get people to make this game, just go hype it. Go like, share, subscribe to their channels, check them out, and tell them, yes, we want the SCP Fallout Shelter game, please. That is our not sponsored sponsor. They aren't sponsoring us, but I want them to do it. So I'm pretending they're a sponsor. That being said, today's stream is also actually sponsored. We have a sponsor as well. And that is for the Infinite Furniture Store due to copyright, SCP-3008 comic book series, Maze of Shelves. Maze of Shelves has physical copies as well as digital copies. Their first Kickstarter went so well that they decided to print in color. They were only going to do black and white, but they got an upgrade. And while this is the normal cover, which is just, it's Infinite Furniture Store. Infinite Furniture Store. Then yes, this is cool. But what if it was a Dr. Sherman variant cover? What if I was trapped in the Infinite IKEA? Furniture Store, damn it. I'm gonna get us sued. What if I was trapped in the Infinite Furniture Store and I had to have the mobile task force get me out? That pen, which is very non-anomalous, it's probably gonna defend me somehow. How? Who would know? So, they have a second issue coming out, which means they have a second Dr. Sherman variant cover. And the second Dr. Sherman variant cover, it is even better than the first. Because I had them, they let me decide what they make. When I say, let's do a variant cover, they say, Sherman, just tell us what you want it to be. And we'll draw it for real, not for play. And so they drew it out for me. They drew my idea. And I am just pulling it up now so I can show it to you, because I've lost it. Where did it go? Show me the awesome cover. It's in there somewhere. I'm almost there. Find it. Maze of Shelves, Google Drive, that's where it is. No, it's not. Damn it, I fall for it twice. Maze of Shelves. I am literally scaling SCP-4521 to make it scream by having it attacked by the infinite IKEA employees. There are 2 links in the description. One of them is for a package deal that is only available to the first 10 buyers. And there you can get series episodes 1 and 2's custom covers at a discount, as well as a free pin. SCP fans, they love pins on their backpacks and their punk rock vests. Interesting. But yes, the links are in the description. If you grab some of those, that would be awesome for us at Site42 and our sponsors. Also, I can't wait to get mine, because the Dr. Sherman comic collection is growing. And now that all of our shopkeeping is out of the way, we have shouted everybody out at the start. We have done our non-sponsor sponsor. We have done our sponsor sponsor. Has Desk arrived in the chat yet? Desk? No. No word from the desk yet. Ooh, I'm gonna have to bring the wood chipper over from 4521's chamber. That mahogany's about to get scuffed. Anyways, let me catch up with what the chat has been up to. Aerial Gymnast, Cake, and C Daily, and God Cranberry. Welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Desk just walked in the door. You're safe now. Good work. I saw some Ko-Fi donations come in. Let me get those before the notifications get forgotten. Just a Factory, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, and thank you for doing it through the Ko-Fi. It's a bit of a journey, but there you have the ability to make sure that YouTube doesn't take 30% of your dono. So we appreciate the effort. Make sure to grab yourself some flan on your way past the commissary. I think I'm going to start work on the SCP game I have an idea for. Do it! Also, someone took my spot on the top supporters list. It's going to be my first 3D game. Well, make your way back to the top of the ladder. We believe in you. And hell yeah, 3D game. Let me see how you do. I want to look forward to this. More SCP games, more SCP plans. The Thomas, thank you for your first Ko-Fi donation. Thank you for going through the effort. Also, grab yourself some tuna tartare on your way past the commissary. I've already funded the Infinite Furniture Store. Can we get a different sponsor? Well, the SCP community is rather niche, so sponsors are kind of few and far between, unfortunately. But next time I get one, I'll let you know. And in the meantime, remember to support our non-sponsor sponsors, like the Misfit Village CEO making an SCP Fallout Shelter game. We can support them in the medium time. Which is like saying in the meantime, but in the median time? Why would I say that? Huh. The terrors of being alive. Soul Survivor, I have a question. Is SCP-67 real? Well, SCP-67 is a fountain pen that when you write with it, it automatically takes over your body and makes you write out your own autobiography. Even things you don't remember, the pen makes you write them. So it's a pretty crazy powerful pen, to be honest. Oh, let me do something real quick. Maybe this will make chat easier in general. When I have normal stream and nothing going on, or sponsors where the links are harder to find, support link, https, :// Did that work? Yes. The link I just dropped in the chat and I'm pinning is our basic support link. It leads to almost everywhere we post things, like my author page on the SCP Wiki, like YouTube or TikTok or Twitter or Blue Sky or Threads, everywhere we have an account. So if you're not following us anywhere else, you can go there. And if you want to go to the Ko-Fi, you can go there. And if you want to see our sponsors, they're currently at the top of the support link. So I'll just start putting that in the pinned chat as a default. That'll make life easier. So, Desk, you, my friend, need to pull up our document about the SCP Rivals game. Because that's what we're getting into today. I want more characters. I want more levels. I want more power-ups. We need to manifest this game the same way we manifested the SCP Fallout Shelter. If we keep putting the energy into the universe, it will happen. So let's do this, Mobile Task Force Psi-42. Checking the Ko-Fi one more time so I don't miss anything. Never want to miss a donation. It's kind of you to directly donate. I want to make sure I'm taking care of you guys. Yep, I believe I am on the same dock. Good, we are good to go there. So now we are ready once I get through these donos. Mr. Scum, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a Chicken Cherry Cola on your way past the commissary. Make SCP... 3008 SJ! A boss? You! First of all, I think that's already on the list. I think that thing is already there. Desk, is that thing on the list somewhere? I think someone wanted to use it as a horrifying grenade and scatter an enemy team because no one can stand that thing. If not, that's what it needs to be in the game. But only if anyone can stomach rendering that thing. Mark's Kill, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. And, ooh, what is that? Java name. Thank you for gifting 50 Galaram Site42 memberships to our Containment Hazard Assessment Team, i.e. chat. Your intense generosity in the battle against the white names is unparalleled. And if you got a membership from Java Name right now, you make sure to thank Java Name right now for their generosity. You have been made members. And just a quick check on chat status after that. Before he did that, we were at 972 members. Do you know what that means, chat? That means we just broke 1,000 green names. 1,000 green names has been achieved. We are at a new hype level. Let me see your membership pogs in the chat. If you've got membership emojis, the membership pogs, it is time. Hot diggity damn. Now let me tell you this. The final goal, the final boss of green name counts, we need 5,000. Because 5,000 is when YouTube unlocks all of the emoji slots we're allowed to make our custom emotes. I'm working with Junior Researcher Sally on their doodles and all making ourselves a bunch of custom SCP emotes, some membership emotes. But for that, we need to continue the battle against the white names. We have taken a great stride forward, but now we have to continue our battle. We are 20% of the way to our ultimate victory, and we will not be stopped. What is my browser doing here? 079, Get out of my computer, you loser. He only cares about donations, not chat. You are incorrect about that. I see plenty of things in the chat. The difference is I'm more likely to see a green name because they're shouted out. And of course, I've got to do donations because they gave me money, my friend. It's just, unfortunately, capitalism. But yes, especially if you are a white name and you are in the chat, I do see most of your messages. It flies by. The problem becomes, did you say something interesting that makes me want to answer? See, that's the problem with white names, is you guys are living in survival of the fittest. Green names get a little highlight. It makes their job easier. Donations, I have to answer that. But if you're in the white names, you're in the pit. Can you survive the pit? Can you ask a question interesting enough that Dr. Sherman Senpai notices you? That is a challenge of your strength alone. Do you have what it takes? Java name, you dropped another 50 memberships in the chat. You are the Battle of the White Name's greatest soldier, by far. How will you ever be topped? I don't think it's possible. Someone might prove me wrong, but I don't know about that. Make sure you thank Java Name for their generosity when you get that membership. Meanwhile, Foxpacks & Co., thank you for your 18-month member message as a Mobile Task Force Captain here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Good evening, Dr. Sherman. Update. CI tried attacking our base. The entire unit was eliminated. The entire CI unit, yes? Because if then, yes, good. If the other way around, not good. You got to be clearer. Queen, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Yes, Queen. Make sure to grab yourself a curry on your way past the commissary. Hey, I have a Mobile Task Force friend outside the Foundation. Is it possible for me to get them a job here for the express purpose of trying to have them, having them touch 113, Dr. Queens? So if they are, first of all, Mobile Task Forces are just what we call our troops. So they're not a Mobile Task Force person if they're not in the Foundation. Then they're just a soldier or a mercenary. Or maybe they're part of the troops of the Global Occult Coalition, those gawk suckers. But they are not Mobile Task Forces at there. They have different names. So be careful with your terminology here. Furthermore, yes, if they want to get a job here, I mean, if they work elsewhere, then they need to swear loyalty and they need to prove loyalty before we'll put them on the Foundation's medical insurance that allows use of SCP-113 for transgender situations. So you have to, you know, they have to get a job and they have to swear fealty to the Foundation. So just be careful there. Be careful there. Epic Fire Dragon, Dr. Darkstar, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a Wafa Thin Mint on your way past the commissary. So, Doc, I made it back, but I had to check with MD because I may have somehow had my arms become legs when I made it back. Still have my wings and tail, though, so 4 legs now instead of 2. Well, that's, you've changed. Did you just change your limbs, or did you change species? Your dimensional travel is strange to me. That's not normally how it works around these parts, but hey, that's, we'll see. We'll see. Desk would like me to inform you that it is also possible if you are a white name to impress Desk so much that he asked the question on your behalf, giving you the blue name boost, the unreachable moderator boost. Jonathan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a taquito on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, you have been chosen to join the Helldivers and spread managed democracy to all the cosmos. I am a researcher. You don't put me in the field for soldier service. I've got an injured ankle. I cannot serve. How convenient that is at this exact moment. Cool Man Fight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some punch on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, your favorite thing is a lead flask at Sight Dwarf, and it fills with river sprites or dwarven wine. Your favorite meal is tallow stew. Well, I don't mind the wine flask. River sprites give me a stomach ache, though. I don't know, they just don't agree with my digestive system. Walter, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a milk on your way past the commissary. Playing a game of SCP-4633 with a D class. SCP-4633. I don't like the sound of playing games with D class in the first place. Oh, rock, paper, Yog-Sothoth. Okay, I remember that test being on the docket, so good work. Make sure you take copious notes when you're done. Dr. Kulovin, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Korean barbecue on your way past the commissary. Hello, Doctor. I found this cute plush. I don't know where it came from. I swear to milk Jesus if it's that thing. Rebel Commander, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Blintz on your way past the commissary. Ignore all accounts of me spreading site money on a personal vacation to Tibet. Just because I couldn't find an anomaly doesn't mean it's not there. Need an extra week. It can't be that hard to find anomalies in Tibet. It is all sorts of hippie ooh-woo stuff, and that gets sourced from the supernatural more often than you think. It is also a very small location. Do better searching. Just Alice, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as your animated series Anomaly about the SCP Foundation on your YouTube channel, Just Alice. If people haven't checked that out, they should. Thank you for your first donation. Grab yourself a coffee on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, DM'd you deets about your VA cameo. Yeah, I think that was, it's been a very, 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 very busy work week. And so I apologize for not being very quick this week. I've got a lot going on, but we will talk about that. And yes. Oh, also your message was, yeah, it was chill, and it didn't really it wasn't high speed response because it didn't have anything solid. Yes, I did get it. And when you have solid details, hit me up. Solid details. I took my schizophrenia meds and my mobile task force team disappeared. What happened? You need to go to medical. Or you need to be stop being haunted by the ghost of your team who you lost. And they're playing a prank on you. Fox Packs and Co., thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a cherry pie on your way past the commissary. 999 discount, Jeff 100%. 999 is discount Jeff 100%? I mean, I think Jeff and 999 have very separate anomalous effects. I mean, to be fair, we're not even sure if SCP-008-J, codename Jeff, is actually anomalous. Some of us think the Commander Price is just freaking out for no reason, but that's something we have to check out. Either way, they do both bring joy to the people, and that is an important similarity. All right, those are Java names 250 gifted memberships. I'm still working my way through the docket of donations, so if you think I missed yours, trust me, I haven't. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Mr. Scum, thank you for donating again. Give it SCP... VP729-J. You really need to get off that thing as an obsession. It's not worth it. Give it a gun. No, in fact, Desk has decided that when we put it in the game, it's going to be used as a grenade that makes the enemy team throw up and debilitates them for a time. Soul Hunter, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a plate of tacos on your way past the commissary. 035 is still missing since the security breach. Get it back! That douchebag shouldn't be out. The Thomas, thank you for donating to the Ko-Fi again. SCP-4966, support main attack. Scratch AB1, vocalize. Causes a 30% damage debuff to all enemies in range. AB2, ability 2, fluff body. 4966 hops on someone's shoulder and absorbs hits with a 40% damage resistance. Alt, consume. Consume the corpse of an enemy and gain their power. Okay. 4966, huh? I think I remember that one off the top of my head, isn't it? Yeah, that's Tabioka. SCP-4966. So yeah, that could be a Jeff the Landshark style entity for sure. Killikes, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Wow, you even did all the work on that, the Thomas. Thank you. I didn't even have to sort that one out myself. You got that made. I appreciate the hustle. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. If I were an SCP, I'm gonna be SCP-7275. Every time I dream, the worst nightmare of Dr. Sherman becomes real. The only way to stop it is to keep me awake with coffee. I will do. Desk. The idea for Tabioka was from the Thomas. If I can find the opposite of a medically induced coma to keep you awake forever, I will do it. Be careful about that. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Still a dragon, just my muscle and bone structure changed. So may need to assign me to an assistant now, just mostly log my research. Well, yeah, if you made a transformation, we need to test that before we let you head any research projects to make sure there isn't any anomalous co-contamination. But, I mean, are you a different species of dragon is what I meant. Or are you still the same species just with weird skeletal structure now? Because I know there are multiple species of dragon, that's what I meant. I did not doubt you were a dragon. Site 42 has a weird propensity for attracting dragons. I don't know what the deal is there. Reinhardt, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a tamale on your way past the commissary. Could Corvo from Dishonored be an SCP or nah? So, Corvo, because it's anomalous, yeah, would end up as an SCP, if not a person of interest. More an SCP because it actually has anomalous abilities. And we would also need information about its outsider deity, where it gets its powers, like a freaking warlock or whatever. Walter, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Or no, that's your first. It's your second. Thank you for your second donation. Walter here, or is it your first? What? Now I'm having memory problems. No, it's your second. Walter, here apparently the game SCP-4633 resulted in the D-Class becoming the brother of Cthulhu, requesting backup media. Well, that does happen sometimes, okay. Well, just do the ritual to banish it outside of our realm, please. Get it done. Harvey, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a schnitzel on your way past the commissary. Hi, sir, I found out Kane escaped. Please have a team deployed immediately. Kane doesn't normally try to escape. That's weird. I wonder what kind of scenario could have caused that to happen. Either way, obviously call a team and hunt it down, yes. My favorite dwarf meal is duck cake and long yam. Well, Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again, and you enjoy it. Mr. Scum, thank you for donating again. TF2 was supposed to have a civilian game mode that was in TFC. Lets you make the civilian for the mode. I don't know what civilian game mode in Team Fortress 2 would be. So, I've never actually played TF2. I just know about it from memes. So I'm sorry I don't quite understand what that would mean in this scenario. Epic Fired Dragon, Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. No, still a Nightwing, but a normal one now. I was an odd one before, because Nightwings usually have 4 legs. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Well then, yeah, let's, As I said, keep us posted on any more transformations. Now, can I recap about the title? Yes, Nebula Nomad, I can. Especially because since I'm through the donos, I'm jumping on this now. SCP Marvel Rivals is an idea I had a couple weeks ago, where wouldn't it be cool if SCPs were playable in a team shooter like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals? And we have so many anomalies that could be used as levels, as power-ups, as debuffs, as player characters. So we started going through this. We have a Google Doc between Desk and I that we are updating as we come up with ideas. And so, first of all, I want to tell you what we have already. And before I do, one last donation here. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Kane heard about me and is hunting you? Why are you special to Kane? That's a bit weird. So far we have talked about, obviously we have to have Dr. Clef. Dr. Clef is a shotgun-based combat player, spray and pray. Desk has actually gone further into this than I have, Jesus. Specifically calling out to Vor Jesus in this case, SCP-5991, because I need to look deeper into this. So I'm just going to go with the quick summaries here, because Desk, you put a lot of details, but I need to talk in generalities at this point. Yeah, shotgun and reality sync powers. Remember, reality sync is S-I-N-K, like the kitchen sink. It is not like syncing reality, S-Y-N-C. So a reality sync is basically a human reality anchor, and it nullifies anomalies. So Clef should be able to like look at you with his third eye and nullify your powers like the one guy from My Hero Academia whose name I forget. The eyeball guy. You know who I'm talking about. So a narrow AoE sight that makes you forget. Eraserhead, thank you. Random Team Al and Aizawa. Avian, you were correct as well. Yes, they should be. That should be one of Clef's powers for sure. Anomalous power, depowering for a limited time and a limited scope. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. MD sent a request to re-clear for me for duty. Should be on your desk in a minute or so. It's going to take him longer to test that. I'm going to have to question medical about that. Mr. Scum, thank you for donating again. Payload, but the payload is a player A to B. Oh, okay. So, escort mission. Everyone loves that. Now, our next SCP on the line was SCP-166, Mary, the Teenage Gaia. And that would be a support class with vines, healing. It would be very Groot-like. Abel, obviously a close-range melee player. If you have it as an anomaly in the field that is a hazard to all the players, then every time you kill it, it could eventually respawn from its sarcophagus. Or, of course, you could use it as a player character. Kane would be more of a power-up character than an actual fighter, where you could have Kane on the field, and any damage done to Kane gets bounced back to the enemy. So even if Kane's just walking around, if you turn a corner and go, ah, and you shoot, then you're going to get damaged by your recklessness. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. To stop me from bringing new SCP in the world. That's not normally Kane's duty. Kane isn't really worried about that as far as I know. Is that the thing Kane worries about, Desk? Harvey, thank you for donating again. Quick question. Who annoyed SCP-001 the Gate Guardian? Because it, not he, it is a giant flaming angel. It is not a person. It's an object. It's an anomaly. Call it by its proper pronouns. It's not a he. It's not a she. It's an it. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. He's currently destroying things it is with his sword, and I fear it will only get worse. Send help now. Well, now I know you're pranking me. The Gate Guardian has not left its post. So, whatever you're on, chill out. Maybe it's another giant flaming angel, but it's not the Gate Guardian. It's important we make these distinctions. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. They have been testing me from 3 a.m. site time. Oh, you silly Billy. Haven't you read SCP-3008? If we find anomalous things with you, we don't just test you since like 3 a.m. It takes time. It takes days. Do you remember how long I was in quarantine? It takes weeks. It can take months. You're not getting out of testing that easily. Back to our list here. Kane Pathos Crow can be a quick anomalous power-up. Dr. Crow is literally a dog with human intelligence. So you can have a bite to pin your opponent in place and our other dog-related things. Dr. Sumerian runs around with a pistol and has anomalous luck like Domino from Marvel, and so is able to survive weird situations. While the ult is activated, Dr. Sumerian cannot go below 5 hit points. Can probably stun him, but probably can't take him out. Getting a lot of notifications over here. Security, how's that Flaming Angel situation? Okay, there is a Flaming Angel. All right. Well, at least that's confirmed. It's not the Gate Guardian, but it is a giant Flaming Angel. I can see how you'd make the mistaken comparison. So yeah, security forces will come over for that. Here... The Thomas, thank you for donating to the Ko-Fi again. You have another idea for the game characters. SCP____J as an environmental trap. While in range of the rock, you can't attack. Note, writing more details later. Yes, Procrastination Rock is just sitting on the ground, and it can be picked up and carried as an area of effect where you can't attack in the AoE. Now, that doesn't mean you can't attack from outside the AoE. So if you're holding the Procrastination Rock, that's a risk, because you can't attack, but someone can snipe you. So you got to be careful about that. But it is a good way to defend yourself if Abel is all up in your grill. How about that? Desk, add the Procrastination Rock to the list. I love that idea. Thank you to the Thomas for donating again and for banger ideas today. Jonathan, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, I'm currently pranking the entire GOC by venting the vapors of 428-SJ into all their known bases. Ah, man, but then they're going to want some. No, this is going to backfire so badly. Don't do that, man. I don't want to share with those gawk suckers. Weird. Harvey, thank you for donating again. Hello, I didn't mean to contact this universe, but it appears I've shifted reality. I'll report to Site 42 for immediate checkup. Roger that. We have a lot of that today, so we'll look into that when you get here. Tara Gall, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a turkey leg on your way past the commissary. Just got back from a test with 2316. They asked me if I recognized the bodies in the water, but I didn't see any water or bodies. This seemed to confuse them. I was stuck there for days. Yeah, if you don't see the lake, that is pretty weird. I would hold you too. What was the result of the testing? Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Oh, I'm sorry that I got pushed to a panic and flew to another reality. Then when I got back, and anyways, my levels are exactly the same as before. For now. But we're going to continue testing. This is... You don't go against protocol, Dr. Darkstar. You know this more than anyone. Captain Carlston, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a ham sandwich on your way past the commissary. I'm new to this world. Your foundation is strong. Is it an enemy of the Cortex? Captain Carlston Limitator 4117. Well, Captain, I am unfamiliar with your organization. I don't know what the Cortex is, and I don't know if you work for or against the Cortex. What does all caps Cortex mean? Cortex, what are you from? All I'm getting is brain stuff because the Cortex is the name of a brain part. So you need to tell me more about the Cortex so I can answer your question. I am the Cortex. Well, are you anomalous? Because then we do got to put you in a box. But if you're not anomalous, then we're not enemies or anything. HackerX, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a pack of Junior Mints on your way past the commissary. The insurgency always wins in combat. They raided us this week and lost. What are you talking about? Ridiculous. Fernan the Cannibal could be a decent tank, says Tickmac. Tickmac5, I think Fernan the Cannibal could be an interesting tank. Desk, take a look at Fernand's stats and documentation and give us some details on that. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Plus, if you're below a certain health threshold, Fernand could probably eat your character to regain health. Only if you're, like, weakened enough. Otherwise, it's not fair. Cullivan, thank you for donating again. 294 or 500 is healing things. So I don't like 500 only because it's too easy. And we have such a limited supply that we keep that under such lock and key. I guess we could let it go that it's non-canon, multiversal bullshit, and 500 shows up. But only like one. And it should be really tiny and hard to find on the set, on the level. That way if you find it, you're like really lucky. 294 is fun because it's a vending machine. And so that means you can get healing from it, but you can't like move it around or carry it. It's just a vending machine. And you have to type in what you want. And we should have a variety of things that could be gotten from 294, not just healing. 294 can spawn any liquid that it can access. So why not have a cup of acid you could throw at people or something? Epic Fire Dragon Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Fine, at least I'm ever allowed to review my old research logs. Yes, because your research logs aren't anomalous, and that means you can do that in the comfort of your quarantine cell until you are cleared. Yes, that's fine. As long as the documents don't have any thaumaturgical runes you can activate, because that would be a problem of contamination. Soul Hunter, thank you for donating again. Sherman, Dr. Light isn't returning a laptop he stole from Dr. Taylor. Talk to admin. That's not my problem. Talk to HR. Or just slap him. Or her. Or they. Fox, Pax, and Co., thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, the procrastination stone could be an interesting payload style of object. Well, what payload success would getting the procrastination rock from A to B be? That's one thing that confuses me. Now, funny thing about the procrastination rock, there's this great tale on the wiki. I forget, I think it was the Chaos Insurgency, or maybe it was just another group of interest. They got the procrastination rock, and they managed to grind it into sprinkles after mass reproducing it. And so all of the sprinkles, all the dust, they put it in the water supply, and all of humanity became procrastinatory. And it just ended humanity because no one wanted to do anything because we were all procrastinating. It was the weirdest end of the world on the wiki, for sure. Oh, wait. Come back here. Come back here. I saw something. Indominus Rexy, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. As well as Wolf, you too. Atlas Class, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a smoothie on your way past the commissary. Hi, Dr. Sherman. We at the security department need more funding for, something. Listen, the budgetary meeting is next month, and we're coming in far over budget right now. The budget is very tight, so you better submit some good itemized lists and reasons for needing it, because we are in a tight bind right now on the budget. Terragal, thank you for donating again. They told me it was inconclusive. Also, they told me I may have to go through some extensive testing once they put some theories together. Oh, joy. Well, we do love our extensive testing, so good luck with that. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Copy that. I store those logs in a separate drive. Okay. Harvey, thank you for donating again. Just arrived at Site 42 and had a thought. Is it possible the new Flaming Angel is the cause of these reality shifts? I don't know. It's very rare that big anomalies like that are also like reality warping in their very presence, but also further out from them. It's usually an AoE, so I wouldn't guess that. It's not impossible. Ollie, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a muffin on your way past the commissary. You didn't say anything in your dono, so thank you for your generosity. Jackal Valkoon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a hoagie on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, Dr. Sherman, Dr. Sherman, Dr. Sherman, Dr. Sherman. Oh, Dr. Sherman. You cannot keep ignoring my calls and stop saying you forget to answer. I work with anti-medics. I know what and when you forget. You guys hear something? Cullivan, thank you for donating again. Coffee for speed, protein drinks for strength. 500 can be like an endgame heal that you only have one. All right, there we go. We're mopping that out. The support heals and all that are going to be crazy in this game. There's a lot of things like that. Like, what if you do the Lovecraftian Locket, which is 4-2 something, and you can use it to heal your team, but they'll turn into flesh monsters if you heal them too much. But you could also use it to heal your enemies, but keep it on the enemies until they turn into flesh monsters. So, you know, ups and downs with getting the Lovecraftian Locket weapon item. Captain Carlston, thank you for donating again. Cortex made the great city of Aneurysm 4. I am from a faraway universe. Okay, but are you anomalous? Do we have to contain you? Or are you just, I mean, you came from another universe, so you're already anomalous by proxy, but are you here in peace or in war? Do you want to just hang out and help us contain things? I don't know. We got to interview you here. We got to do intake. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a milkshake on your way past the commissary, and thank you for the adorable waving corgi. Atlas Class, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, we need new mugs. Also, we need to be able to activate the Tesla gates on command so we can fry D-classes for fun. No! You're wasting resources. We have limited resources right now. Do not waste D-class any more than we normally do. All right, double check the Ko-Fi just in case. And then come back to chat. Oh, the Thomas, thank you for Ko-Fiing again. Exactly when I checked. How convenient. SCP-4999. Okay, the death guy. Death animation. SCP-4999 appears and slowly lowers your body to the floor before disappearing again. I would like that as an Easter egg. Like, once in a while when you die, 4999 appears to you. What if 4999 appeared while you're in spectator mode in certain areas of the level at random, and you could talk to him? It. Sometimes when an anomaly's nice, I forget too, and I'm not perfect. But yes, what if you're in spectator mode and 4999 is just there in a corner, and instead of spectating the match, you could go talk to 4999 for a little bit? That would be a cool little Easter egg. I like that. Pastry Puff, thank you for donating again. Or thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Get yourself a bratwurst on your way past the commissary. The Flesh That Hates could work as hostile level physics or as an alternative game mode for constraining the spread and a horde mode. Stakes are high. Pastry Puff, I exactly agree, and you're right. I already have 610, The Flesh That Hates, on the docket as a level you could play in with hostile Flesh That Hates running around, like an infected town or something. I'm thinking like Resident Evil 4, except fleshier. But yeah, also you could have the 610s running around being an environmental hazard as well, and horde mode, oh boy, fun times. Harvey, thank you for donating again. I'm sorry to report the weird voice dogs got out and I barely managed to evade them. Gah, the 939s, god damn it. And by god in this case, I mean SCP-3008, bread Jesus, because we could use some heals if that happens. Get them locked up, call security to your sector. Jonathan, thank you for donating again. Idea, for the non-canon SCP Rivals game, we commissioned Marshall Carter and Dark to make more instances of 294, which we have delivered to a shell corp. Marshall Carter and Dark is only an auction house, guys. I want you to remember that. They are only an auction house, and that means they are fabulously wealthy, and they hold auction parties, but that's about all they do. They're not like the factory where they make anomalies. Now, if we could collaborate with them to get them to commission it from an anomalous factory, we could, but also, we don't like making more anomalies. And as a universal breaking game like this would be to have all the crossover potential, I would assume it would just be multiversal madness and waved away as an excuse for why there's more than one. I didn't say Marsher, Karsher, and Darsh, did I? There's no way I said that. Intern Chedevre. There's no way I said that. Marshall, Carter, and Dark. I know I said it right. Why not? Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a plate of flapjacks on your way past the commissary. Okay, I have a crazy idea. What if a character was in all fiction, no matter his role in the story, like a mimetic benign infection? So we have a lot of fictional characters that travel from place to place and are found in different media, but I don't think there's ever been one that just existed everywhere purely. And it would have to be some sort of anti-mimetic entity if we don't notice it in every fiction. Unless it's like a background character. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Wait, once I am cleared, I'll need a new key card, won't I? Well, I don't... If your face doesn't look different, then I don't think so. Junior Researcher Sally, we have SCP-343 as an entity that can show up during matches at random, but the trick of it is I want 343 to be absolutely useless. I want 343 to sit there in a chair and talk about how, oh, I can't interfere in my children's decisions. A parent wouldn't do that if they love their children. I want 343 to be super annoying about it. So, while I appreciate your idea and 343 could be a healer, I think it's way funnier if 343 is just an annoying presence in the middle of the field spouting nonsense. And Harvey, thank you for donating again. I don't have the security number because I shifted. Remember, I was on my way to get checked for anomalies and saw 939. Fine. What sector are you in? And I'll get someone over there, Harvey. Security. I mean, you're got to be near the 939 containment cells, so they couldn't have gotten far. I'll just cover the whole wing. It's fine. It's not like we have to wake everybody up. Terragal, thank you for donating again. Also, I'm back in my office and the walls of my office are speaking Latin. Why and how is this happening? It's just repeating, oh no. It's saying weird Christo-fascist catchphrases. Crusader wannabe bullshit. Ugh. Alright, don't go in there. That's super annoying. We'll get that cleaned up. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Okay, thanks for the info. Still got my old one. Faces the same. See, there you go. It's that easy. SCP-7053 as a tank would be fun. Junior Researcher Sally, I'm not familiar with 7053. Let me look into it real quick. Once again, I might know it, but the, Oh! I remember Sherman the Turtle Tank. A giant tortoise named Sherman that is a turtle and a tank. Yes, I remember this one now. So, the rules that govern 7053 manifestation are not entirely understood. However, the following criteria will increase the probability of a 7053 manifestation event. The location of manifestation is located within the United States or regions where the United States had a significant military presence during World War II. There exists a clear entity or entities, henceforth referred to as the target, which pose a significant threat to human life. Little or no United States military personnel are in the area. Once it manifests, the entity will possess moderate knowledge of the target and believe it was dispatched to the area by the U.S. military with the purpose of neutralizing the target. 7053 has universally believed that the target is either a member of or was caused by, pardon me, the Wehrmacht. 7053 has never shown any knowledge or prior manifestation of itself. Upon target's elimination, 7053 will demanifest. So, I don't want this as a playable character because it is a giant honking tank. Instead, I want it as a temporary power-up. You can find something that can manifest you for a limited time as a big, slow-moving, missile-launching turtle tank. Because it is a 4-meter-tall turtle tank. So, that's a big son of a bitch. So yeah, I like that as a, you can spawn in as it for a limited time kind of thing. And of course, I'm taking y'all's ideas and I'm hopping off them because that's what we do in improv class. We yes and we jump and we see how things change. But, I mean, please don't take offense if I change your idea because I have an idea. I'm just a guy who has ideas and you're just a guy who has ideas. And this game doesn't really exist until we manifest it through sheer force of will, Site-42. We already manifested the SCP Fallout game, so why don't we manifest the frickin' SCP Rivals game? We can do this, people. We keep talking about it. Some game maker's gonna want to make it. Serpent Striker, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Pastry Puff, thank you for donating again. Group boss level, make the tree scream. What if 4521 was a loading screen game similar to the car beat up scene in Street Fighter, a bonus level? The game is loading, you're in the lobby or the game's loading up, and while you're there, you can attack the tree and see if you can reach the screaming. And it'd be even funnier if it doesn't scream for like an impossible thing that you can only get through like hacking or something. Dr. Cullivan, thank you for donating again. So hear me out. A Dr. Sherman that, depending on what you have in your hand, depends on what he says. Cough 7-2. 9-J. You. Hammer down new 7. Dr. Sherman, how about Abel? Oh, Abel's one of the first ones we put in the set, man. Yeah, Abel's on there. With the melee combat? No, Abel's all over that list for sure. Easy choice. Now, other things on the list. Let me get a couple more of these in. 999, the Tickle Monster, could be a close-range support character that can use tendrils to tickle an enemy and lower their defense. Or it could, raise morale for teammates. I like it more as a wandering anomaly myself, but that's a matter of opinion. Dr. Benjamin Kondraki. Here we go. Benjamin Kondraki uses a rapier as a melee weapon. Can use his camera to blind people with the flash. I can't believe you put the Aquafina water bottle on here, desk. I can't believe you put the bottle dick in here, desk. I'm joking. You don't have to. Oh, you weren't going to delete it. You bolded it like a bastard. Like a bastard could bastard with bastard filling. That is you. Son of a bitch. You're the reason I got back into the SCP verse. Well, welcome, Kane. Glad to hear it. The more the merrier in the SCP pool. The super cool pool. Soul Hunter, thank you for donating again. Doc, a llama with an odd hat dimensionally appeared in the break room. It calls itself Carl. You lock the break room right now. Do not let Carl out of there. That entity is insane. No. Lock it in there. Keep that llama locked down. The Thomas, thank you for donating the Ko-Fi again with another idea write-up. SCP-5377. So you press random SCP and this is what you found. As an environmental trap, if you walk over 5377, a random semi-humanoid entity will appear and chase you, damaging you if you're too close. Will re-manifest after you ran a certain amount of distance so you can lose some damn weight. Not you, Dr. Sherman. Lol, funny. I appreciate the clarification. Also, my rehab is going really good. I walked 2 miles yesterday without having to stop, although I was pretty sore throughout the rest of the night. So I kind of overdid it, but I'm fine today. But my morning yoga is going good too. So that is, we're doing good on getting back into shape post-injury. Just got to keep up the good work. A little bit at a time, don't overdo it. That's the way in life, people. And while I'm looking up that anomaly real quick, Bobby and Andre, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. You said 5733? 5377. Of course I got the digits transposed. 5377. So it is a one free summon. Good for helping you lose weight, you fat fuck. God damn it. Okay, that is pretty funny. SCP-5377 would be a funny trap environmental hazard spawn. Did y'all ever get Zombies Run on your phone yet? Zombies Run, this is another non-sponsor sponsor. It's even not SCP related. It's just something I used to like a while back. Back when running was my main exercise, Zombies Run is a phone game that has a base builder, which is cool in and of itself. You build your zombie apocalypse base and protect yourself. But it also has a very long list of podcast episodes that you can listen to while running with breaks in between for your music, and zombies will start, you'll hear the sounds, and you have to run like 10% faster for a minute to escape the zombies. Otherwise, you get bit and you drop your supplies from your backpack. So while you're running, you're picking up supplies for your base builder, and you're listening to the storyline of the zombie apocalypse in England. It's a really cool app for exercising, even if you're just like walking with it. And then on top of it, they made a version of it that's apparently SCP Marvel Superheroes. Not SCP Marvel Superheroes, that's what we're doing. No, they made a Marvel version of Zombies Run. So I haven't played that one, but I did like the zombie version. All right, where was I here before I got tangented? Time check, a time check you want? We are about 40 minutes from the end of stream. 40 minutes from the end of stream. Double check, make sure I've got all my I's crossed and T's dotted. Terragal, thank you for donating again. Cleanup just went to my office, and now they're chanting the thing again. I think I need a new office because my office is now anomalous. Yeah, get out of there. That's weird. No one likes that. Harvey, thank you for donating again. I'm very confused as to why a wall in medbay is speaking Vietnamese. Can you explain why is it cursing at me? Why are the walls... Pardon. Why are the walls talking? What is your deal here? Zombie Cat asks, can I cosplay you? Go for it. Cool. No problemo. No problemo. As long as you have fun. All right, back to our current list of ideas. Yes. Oh, and Benjamin Kondraki can also, of course, use the illusory butterflies to stealth and or set illusions of items that aren't really there. That way... you could trick your enemies in certain ways. SCP-105 Iris is on the list because with that camera, you can think with portals. You can make a portal near the objective and then yoink it away and then close the portal and trick the bad guys. So Iris is very interesting. I mean, they wouldn't have a lot of cool attacks, but the thinking with portals would be fun. You could put portals on the floor and make people fall through. Photo portals. The Witch Child, 239, uses spells to harm enemies, calls it Magic Missile. That's right, because we told the Witch Child that it was a literal witch, and therefore it limited its reality bending power, so it could be usable. Yeah. Dr. Sherman, pick a number 1 to 10. Well, first of all, Dreo, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some Oreos on your way past the commissary, and let's go with 7. Dr. Sherman, is there a tale you recommend me to read? I've been reading a lot and I don't know which tale I should read next. Hey, intern Sonia, have you read Ignorance is Bliss yet? This SCP tale is written by a very handsome and popular SCP doctor. And if you haven't read it, I would suggest it highly. For no selfish reasons at all. Dr. Roth is a literal cat, but it's on our list of characters here. You can move in and out, you can stealth for heavy damage, stealth kills like a rogue. Obviously, Josie the house cat, the half cat, is just a cat, so doesn't get to be a combatant, can be an Easter egg. SCP-3008 Miss Sweetie is listed on our list. A mid-range summon-based combat. Can attack via candy unicorn things and men that were turned into chimeras. The ability to drop candies that look like power-ups but have adverse effects. Interesting as an idea. Dr. Sophia Light could be a healer because that is one of the possible Gizai. Although Dr. Light is not in containment, so I don't count her among the contained Gizai that I always cite. Alexa, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. SCP-3305, Bread Jesus, could be a hero. A healer. Although, you become a follower of Bread Jesus if you do, so it's, out of universe it would be a trade-off, but in the game where it's life or death, maybe that would be worth it. SCP-1230, a hero is born as a power-up. It's a book that you can go into. Power gives static bonus to all stats for a limited period. I don't remember that one. I mean, I guess it's somewhat inspiring. I'm iffy on that one. Wizard Frog, SCP-8012, is in the main menu skin shop as the shopkeeper. Senior researcher Frogman was very excited about that. And then we're starting to go into new ones from today. So let me back out. Thomas, thank you for donating again, and thank you for coming up with another random one of these SCPs. Let's see what you got here. SCP-1915 as a payload objective. SCP-1915 has been taken from Site Redacted and needs to be escorted to the nearest evacuation helicopter. Any anomalous items that get close to SCP-1915 are turned into non-anomalous mundane items. So is 1915 a reality sink then? Guy, what anomalies don't work near it? Localized causal anomaly, which negates any significant long-term changes to its body, personality, memory, or lifestyle. It stays the same no matter what. Okay, so yeah, I think that could make life harder. I mean, does it? I guess. It negates significant long-term changes to its body, specifically. So it can't be injured or killed, I guess. Whoop, you didn't see that. I don't... It just negates any significant long-term changes to his body. I'm not sure if that's the reality sink we need for this scenario. Although, I mean, it could still be an escort. It's just how it would affect the playing field is what I want to worry about. Junior Researcher Sally, you are right. Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters, you have successfully gotten the likes to be higher than the view count. Congratulations on your achievement. This is how we engage with the stream to force YouTube's algorithm to bring us fresh meat. Non-SCP fans who will find us be interested and become SCP fans, so they can help us support the wiki and its authors, artists, animators, game devs, and filmmakers. Thank you for your service, Mobile Task Force Psi-42. Dreo, thank you for donating again. Closest I get to 7. I don't know what that means. I said 7 when you asked for a number. Is Super Chat disabled? Phantom Reactor, it shouldn't be, but I have had in good error sometimes where I am unable to do Super Chats. It happened when I was trying to give a Super Chat to my buddy, the Psyculturalist, who's doing the Deltarune playthrough right now. And by buddy, I mean I don't know the guy, but he's chill, and I want to support my fellow creators. I just turned monetization on and off again, or off and on again. So we'll see if that fixes it for you. Phantom Reactor, if it is an error on your end, the pinned link in the chat leads to our support link at Site42. You can go through the Ko-Fi for today until the error fixes. Because I am checking the Ko-Fi as well. Dr. Singer, I came up with an idea for the half-cat. You have to protect it from other anomalies, making sure it's safe until you get it to the van or something, move it to a different site. I don't know. Cats are really fast, and I don't see a half-cat sticking around for danger. My idea for the Josie Easter egg is just that it's in one of the lounges, and when someone comes in and spooks it, it runs into a cat door in the wall that goes somewhere else, or it runs into a vent. That way it's safe, but it's not really part of the game in that way. Dr. Sherman, SCP-3008 as a mecha robot would be cool. It would shoot Lego-like heavy and is a tank. While shooting some Lego gets on the ground, any enemy who steps on those takes damage. Walking on Legos. I mean, you can only do that last part if you have particularly barefoot characters, you know? People who are running around in boots and shoes will not be affected by the Legos in the same way as they were barefoot. But living Lego as a... Going to 387 in the database just to be sure. I mean, because it's made of Lego, you could really do anything to shape and form it. And that tells me that it could be used to make a lot of interesting powers for a player character made of Lego. So I'm not saying no to it being a player character. It could be simplified to be a walking around the field anomaly as well, a neutral anomaly. And then it could just be the Lego tank or something. Or the Lego mech. Ethan, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Back to chat. Do you think Mr. Burns from The Simpsons read all the pages in SCP-1025? And that's why he has so many diseases that they can't get through the door frame. I see the reference you're going for here. Hey, Dr. Sherman, am I considered an SCP since I am a skeleton? Well, we're all skeletons, my friend. It's on the inside. It doesn't count. Come on. All right, check. Oh, we are more than halfway through stream, which means I should bring up once again the stream sponsor for everyone who wasn't here at the start. Reminder that we have the second issue of the SCP-3008 Infinite Furniture Store, so we don't get sued, comic SCP Maze of Shelves. And this is the Dr. Sherman variant cover for episode 2, with Dr. Sherman bringing SCP-4521 into the IKEA to see if the employees will make it scream. And so currently in our description, you will find the links to the secret bundle, which has episode 1 and episode 2 if you want to get both of them. This is the Dr. Sherman variant cover for episode 1. If you want to help support Site42 and get some sick comic books, the links are in the description. You could also go to beacons.ai/Site42. The links are on our support link right now as well. And if you are going to purchase them, please use the proper links. These are all tracked in the back channels by the Kickstarter team. And so if you go through some random link or you just Google search it, then we don't get the support. It's affiliate stuff. Keep track of that for all of your creators. Especially while tangent, YouTube is ruining itself again with this AI restricted mode, which is causing us to lose a bunch of views because all of our videos are disappearing. So make sure you're not on restricted mode and keep an eye on your favorite creators because frickin' YouTube is trying to hide us all. Jiminy sakes. Harvey, thank you for donating again. I believe you will be wanting to details me as I am a literal skeleton held together by shadows, but I refuse to disclose my location to you. Well, yes, a skeleton held together by shadows would be anomalous, and you do need to go in a box so we can study you, yes. Dr. Sherman, what would happen if two SCP-173s would stare at each other? Would they just keep staring, and do they not register as a living entity? Intern Demon, we have two contraindicated scenarios on the wiki about this. In the Tale revised entry, SCP-173 one day just duplicated, and then duplicated again, and again and again, and eventually took over the world. Infinite frickin' 173s running around with a hive mind intelligence. So they didn't really care about each other then. But in the SCP titled Panopticon 2, in that one, we see basically a museum of SCP-173s, and they are all just standing still in this thing because they think they're being watched. So in that case, it's a different scenario. You gotta depend on what universe you're in there. 3220 is the one I was talking about. Dr. Cullivan, thank you for donating again. I wonder if the tree will scream if I put that thing by it? Listen, the O5 haven't approved that test yet. Don't do it yet. Otherwise, we don't want trouble with the overseers. I mean, Desk, obviously every character has to have alternate costumes. Isn't that what Marvel Rivals does? Obviously, we need alternate costumes for these guys. That's good stuff. Hi, Dr. Sherman, passing by. I've got to sleep. Just want to say hello. Also, Galaxy hair looks awesome. Well, thank you, Maya Magics. Much obliged. Glad you could stop by for just a second and hit the chat. Harvey, thank you for donating again. Your only hint to my location is I like dark places. Catch me if you can. Oh. We will catch you. We will catch you. The SCP Foundation always gets their man. Except for when they don't. Dun, 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 dun. Looking for the chat for more of these game ideas. Letting to see what the chat's got to say about it. Thought I saw a good one earlier. Bill Nye, question mark? Well, I guess I do have a little bit of that science guy charm. D. Christina. Hello, Dr. Sherman. I've been watching your vids for a while since I found your channel. Welcome to the team here at Site 42. We appreciate you being around. The more the merrier here at Site 42, supporting the SCP community the best we can. Dogboy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a pack of red vines on your way past the commissary. 2 portals open, and a man runs out of one and into the other while screaming and on fire. Not my problem. Not my problem. Chris, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Dr. Sherman, do you know the musical Hadestown? If yes, what is your favorite song from it? I know of it, but I haven't actually gotten into it yet. It's on my list of things. I haven't done it yet, but it's on my list. It's on my list. Harvey, thank you for donating again. Forgot to mention I can walk through shadows and come up anywhere. Good luck. So thank you for admitting more of your powers. It makes it easier for us to contain you. Reality anchors, it is, you punk. Or what if I just put you... Honestly, you're just SCP-017. And SCP-017 is already contained. You're as good as done. Thank you for admitting your faults so we could use them as a weakness against you. Your Achilles heel is found, shadow creature. Good day. Restricted mode isn't the issue. People have been getting it wrong and noticing the wrong types of patterns. What is a danger, however, is the new age verification system that might be coming into place. Oh, just Alice, trust me. Both are issues. The restricted mode, have you not seen where if you turn on restricted mode, very often many of a channel's videos just straight up aren't shown to you? Certain creators have had months worth of their videos just redacted. And you know how we like redactions at the Foundation, but this is getting a little sus. Desk hitting me in the back channels here. I say, Alice, let's not put 2 bad bitches against each other. They can both be bad ideas. Great idea, says Desk. Melkuth is getting a signal boost from Desk here. Maybe Scarlet King's children has a passive if they are on the same if they are on the same team. I haven't watched Scarlet stuff in 4 years. So yeah, team power-ups. Obviously you gotta have team power-ups. I forgot all about team power-ups, to be fair. But yes, if you put several children of the Scarlet King cultists on a team, then they could, although, God. No, actually, that'd be fine. That'd be fine. And they could have power-ups based on how many of them are on the squad. Desk wanting to do like a Clef, Mary, Kondraki team up. Or Draven, let's not forget about Draven Kondraki, who's just a good old-fashioned Mobile Task Force member. I don't think Draven is anomalous in any way. but Draven can be a very efficient soldier and can be a playable character, and add them to team power-ups like that. Obviously, Mobile Task Force characters could have a team benefit like that. Alternate outfit for 049 is dressed like Dr. Sherman, but with its mask. Lol. Put 049 in the Hawaiian Shirt Club with me and Clef. Hilarious. Dr. Cullivan, thank you for donating again to say that, by the way. And also, another alternate costume for 049 could be Jade's, the artist Jade PNG's, I think that's their last letters, I forget, version of 049 from SCP Fragmented Minds. The one with the gloves and all. That could be a fun little alternate costume. 049 in space! Harvey, thank you for donating again. If I have myself in, I want to be treated like a normal person. I want to be called the thing that goes bump in the night. We're not going to call you the thing that goes bump in the night. Come on. You don't get your name, make your own nickname. That's just not how it goes. You'll get a standard code name like every other anomaly, and you'll like it. SCP-016-J as an Easter egg when you have a missile launcher. 016-J, is that the one I think it is? Is that a missile in your pocket? Hilarious. A missile launcher that has performance issues. Lol. Desk. Yes, Harvey, your codename is Spooky Scary Skeleton. Congratulations. .049 in a Sailor Moon costume. Funny, but I don't get the reference there. No Dr. Sherman in that. Well, it won't be the first time I've dressed as a magical girl. I bet it won't be the last. I'm sorry, what? Where were we? .682 and 354, boss runs or raid missions. Well, I know what a 682 is, and that's a big one. I can see that. What is the 354? Red Pool. Oh, we have the Red Pool as a level. I forgot to tell you guys about the levels we have. So the Red Pool facility would be a level where you have barracks around the, you have barriers around the Red Pool to protect you from projectiles, but entities are coming out, and some of them are melee entities that come out and fight you head on, and some of them are big Borderlands-style bosses coming out of the lake shooting things at you. And so you've got your teams fighting, but you've also got entities coming out of the Red Lake. That's one of our level ideas. Other levels we have, the SCP-3008 Super Meta level, where every so often the level shifts like House of Leaves, and you don't know what the hell's going on, and things are moving, and sometimes you walk into a room, and now you're in a different fantasy novel that is copyright-free so we can use it. Or sometimes you walk into a room, and it's the aristocrats joke, which is very upsetting. And so there's all sorts of different things you could do in the meta bullshit area of 3999 land. Obviously, SCP-3008, the Infinite Furniture Store, could be a level. You could do a level in SCP-5991, Vor Jesus's Jesus Land Stomach Theme Park. That would be gross. A Wanderer's Library level of the game, where you're going in and out of the stacks. The stacks, like GoldenEye. Excellent. Library level again. So yes, and you can encounter different anomalies in the Wanderer's Library. Serpent's Hand members would be at home in there. Easter egg level, the room in the back. Desk, I actually don't know what that's referencing. Saw Ko-Fi come in while you're telling me what that is. And time check, people. We have 10 minutes left in stream. 10 minutes. The Thomas, thank you for donating again with another game idea. 1690, a DPS hero. Attack 1, stretch, expands its arms for mid-range melee attacks. Ability 1, throw out a random piece of sushi roll for a stun. Ability 2, throw out chopsticks, damaging and giving damage vulnerability. And ult, throw out the spirits of uneaten wish damage and drag those hit. And that is 1690, you said? Sentimental sushi man with a wasabi sculpture. Okay. All right. A humanoid entity composed entirely of cooked vinegared rice, dried seaweed, and pieces of various raw fish. Okay, sushi man. I'll play your game. And while we're at it, that brings to mind another character we could have in the game. The Avenger, the Defender of the, what is it called? SCP Donut Taxes. No, I need to actually search for it. SCP-4759, codename The Challenger of Donut Taxes, is an anomalous, SCP-4759-A resembles a humanoid armed with a lance and mounted on a horse, and is composed entirely of compressed donuts. Local stores report the sudden disappearance of large amounts of donuts during manifestations of this entity. So, the Donut Jouster. Bring the Donut Jouster to the game. SCP-4759. It is basically a Michelin man made of donuts. That's just good comedy right there. And if it's too simple to be a player character, make it a environmental hazard. It's riding around on its horse, jousting. And it will go after you if you are a bagel person. Because the people who are trying to make donut taxes turn out to be bagel people. So yeah. Read 4759. It's very short and pretty funny. Desk. You meant that as a Backrooms reference. I see. Harvey, thank you for donating again. My powers are to shadow walk and burn through anything I touch, plus there's a skeleton part where, what's my code name? If it's good, I'll hand myself over. I like spooky, scary skeleton. I have no qualms with that. You'll fit right in with SCP Spooky-J, who is also a skeleton. Game idea. The Cactus Man superhero SCP as a DPS. Cactus Man! Cactus Man. 2800, I think Cactus Man is. Once again, if he's not complex enough to be a player character, at least having Cactus Man running around as a anomalous hazard on the field is good. Plus, we do owe Cactus Man the honor for helping us out with that breach last week. As Desk said. Desk was right. The Thomas, you said this, but I had thought it and forgot about it because I was bouncing around messages. We do need to put SCP-41-D3N73-J as environmental hazards around the levels. Random spawning Italian racist pastas. Hilarious. You just walk into a room and there's a bunch of them talking. It's so funny. Harvey, thank you for donating again. Not on my own. You win. I'm outside Site 42 now. Good. Thank you for cooperating. Makes life a lot easier. Oh, another Easter egg. Ready? Ready? Buck Ghost. Every level that can have toilets can have the Buck Ghost as a random event. SCP, I believe it's 789-J. 789-J, the Buck Ghost. SCP-789-J is a ghost that is a face. It lives in a toilet, and it talks to you while you poop. Then when you poop, it goes, "No, stop, ah!" and then stops because there is poop in its mouth. SCP-789-J travels around in butts. You can only get rid of it by wiping. That is the moral of the story. Sometimes it kills other butts and makes them butt ghosts too, but it is always lonely because it is a butt ghost. Addendum. If you fall in the toilet, it eats your butt. So yes, put the butt ghost in random toilets in random levels. I want to eat your butt. And if you crouch on top of the toilet, you take damage. It eats your butt. A fun map would be competing against teams in SCP-3007. Like you gotta do Misfortune Gorge and you gotta win to complete the level. Silly boy, I like where your head is at. You're turning this into like how Fortnite games, when people make other games, they use the mechanics and they create like game shows and things within the Fortnite engine. Now you're talking about like turning this into Fall Guys, basically, which I love. I think it's a good idea for an alternate mode. Or making things like that. Harvey, thank you for donating again. In a cell, still got my phone because they didn't search me, lol. Well, I mean, you still have to be tested and ability to talk to us, so right now it's fine. A 1730 map/game mode would be awesome. Senior Researcher Frogman, you are absolutely correct, and I'm actually shocked that we don't have What Happened to Site-13 here as an option, as a level, because a multi-story SCP facility with cognitohazards written on the walls that could injure you, with crazy flesh monsters and anomalies on the loose, hell yeah. Also, that means we could have Samsara as an NPC team within the facility. As well, we could just have Samsara cyborgs as a, what's the phrase I'm looking for? As playable characters, because they are Mobile Task Force cyborgs. Everyone loves the Mobile Task Force cyborgs. Oh, cool. Bobble could be in it. That's SCP-993, by the way. Silly boy, you're right again. First of all, I like Bobble as just a Easter egg, where you have a TV and it could switch to Bobble every so often. And furthermore, if you stand in front of the Bobble TV for long enough, uninterrupted, which isn't likely, most people are running around in a game like this, but if you stay near the Bobble TV long enough, it can suck you in and it can take your character, which I think is very funny. Fire Red Ninja, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some Flamin' Hot Cheetos on your way past the commissary. SCP-086 versus Midnight Entity from Doctor Who. Both versions, 10th Doctor and then the 15th Doctor. And could a Dalek kill the unkillable lizard? A Dalek cannot kill the unkillable lizard? No. 086, I'm unfamiliar with 086. Let me look into it real quick. By the way, we are literally in the last 2 minutes of stream, people. Last 2 minutes. The Office of Dr. Redacted. It is a collective sessile organism whose component parts resemble items of office equipment. I mean, that's not the same as Midnight Entity, which is like jumping through mines or something. So, I mean, I don't know why that's a versus you want. Does 086 infect your mind? Okay, it did infect one guy's memories. All right. I don't know enough about that entity to call that a fight because they're both incorporeal people takeover entities, so it's a little weird to versus them. Harvey Bishop, thank you for donating again. Got bored, now chilling with 049, hope you don't mind. I do mind, get back to your testing cell. You're not even intook yet. Cullivan, thank you for donating again. 682, a boss that can't be beat, but you have to stun and outsmart to get past. I agree, someone want to do that as a boss earlier, as like a big tank enemy that everyone has to cooperate against. I like that. Fire Red Ninja, thank you for donating again. Sorry, I meant 096, the one that kills by seeing its face. Okay, well that also doesn't make sense against the Midnight Entity because the Midnight Entity is inside mines. So it wouldn't really have anything to fight. I mean, if it killed everyone around, then the Midnight area entity would die with the people around it, unless it could hop far enough away from 096. And if it could hop into 096, maybe 096 would kill itself because now the entity that saw its face is in its own mind. There's a lot to think about there, actually. Hell of a fan. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a Choco Taco on your way past the commissary. Give SCP-999 a beer. No. It only likes sweet things, so no. And all right, Site-42 Steph, we are at the end of today's stream, today's office hours. And so, at the end of stream, as a tradition around here, I like to tell you my favorite SCPs. But of course, I'm not going to tell you the SCPs that I personally wrote are my favorites. That'd be cheating. That would be unfair. And I am nothing but fair. Now that being said, if you do want to see the SCPs I wrote, that is possible at the Sherm's author page in Site-42 Hub. There you can see all of the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as did voice work or sound effects for. And on the link next to, on the tab next to those SCPs, you can find some links. Some links that people are always super curious about, but don't look hard enough for, really. Really, you got to put in the effort. And so while you're there, you can become a patron of Site-42 or a YouTube channel member if you want to donate to us monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or a YouTube Super Chat if you want to donate to us one at a time. Either way, however you directly donate to Site-42, we appreciate your help keeping the lights on. Meanwhile, if you are too broke to donate, which, trust me, we've all been broke gang before, we're an arts community. We're used to being starving artists, after all. But if you are a fan of Site-42, if you hang out in our chat, if you watch our videos, if you like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that YouTube business, then you are an honored and valuable member of Mobile Task Force Site-42, codename the Signal Boosters. And it's because of your engagement that we are able to pull people into the SCP fandom, that we are able to support the authors and the artists and the animators and game devs and filmmakers who make SCP content happen. On top of that, I mean, we did just manifest a Fallout Shelter type SCP site administrator sim game. So, hot damn, I'm taking full credit for that, even though it was just us manifesting in spirit for years and not actually telling the guy who wants to make it. I'm still taking credit. As unfair as that is, I deserve it. Funny, funny, haha. Either way, thank you guys for your support, Sci-42. It's because of you that we can do what we do here. Now, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3009, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one, it is a rough read. Speed round. 3999304308-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, 8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Now, a couple last donos before we close out. Harvey, thank you for donating again. I'll go back, but you have to meet me after stream. Well, I'll have... Is Steve awake from that coma yet? Well, I don't hear anything, so it sounds like no. We really need answers from Steve. Huh. Fire Red Ninja, thank you for donating again. 15th Dr. Midnight, 1, you kill the host, then it hops to you instead, your back appears and stuff. It's a new evolved version. I haven't heard of that. Interesting. I'll have to check out that episode. Big Boss and Twistex Cindy, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Scarlet, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Grab yourself a gelato at the commissary. Hey, sorry for being late. Notification didn't tell me about the stream. Remember that if you are in the Site-42 Discord, you can sign up in the roles for the live alert. The live alert is in the roles, and I do a personal ping to the Discord server every time we start. Now, of course, you have to be 18 or older to join the Discord, so if you are not, that is unfortunate. And when you reach the age to join the wiki, you'll also reach the age to join Site-42's Discord server. Hell of a fan, thank you for donating again. I accidentally ate the Scarlet King, and now I feel weird. Weird flex, but okay. These all other universal entities are so odd. I saw some Ko-Fis come in before I close out. And Chesta Factory, thank you for donating to the Ko-Fi for the first time today. Appreciate your adventure to go get there. Take yourself a scone on your way past the commissary. What about Clown Milk Jesus as an Easter egg? If Site-42 personally makes the game, if we get big enough to make our own freaking game, then Clown Milk Jesus can be an Easter egg because it's a Site-42 meme. But if it's not us, it has to be SCP Wiki Canon. So we got to be careful for that. Fire Red Ninja, thank you for donating again. Midnight Entity continues to evolve with time. Like I said, I'll have to check that out. Now, Site-42 staff, this is the end of today's stream. I've got to get off to today's test, so I hope you have had fun. I hope you've learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next stream or video. I guess you had to be there. I guess you had to be with me. Oh, today I finally overcame trying to fit my world inside a picture frame. Maybe I will tell you all about it when I'm in the mood to lose my way. But let me say you should have seen that sunrise with your own eyes. It brought me back to life. You'll be with me next time I go outside. No more 3x5s. Just no more 3x5s. The credit song is 3x5 by John Mayer. Take care, Site-42 fam. Secure, contain, protect.